For now, from Kaila's of which are 400,000. You will come to 800,000. So no more of this. SLPP. SLPP. So no more on gap. That over bullet and Kailao. 40,000, or each feet up. Now, all what you going to get to begin. When can it transport Kailao to future 800,000? So no more go see that. SLPP around in social media. If I drink it, what's up by you? Now take one cup of water, I'm going to make you. And all those 2022 election. Now that. SLPP became no big. Social media. SLPP around if I 12 pieces WhatsApp by you and lock office by you and say you not to remember, they are going to go big you back. Let you kabusa and say you not to remember. Now that. The way they got it on it now. You know that? If you see no way when they want to hang on, you know glad you said. Major man, we let you know that today and they're glad we do that. You can make you glad you want to me no glad. Just imagine the way when you go to it. And they're going to know that I go first for love. If you say no, we pass what you can't make you happy. Don't make me no happy. Not no more to make this money. Like a way transport to go up to. Now make it up, go now later. I said you go to me uncle. Guess what happy? Me uncle we do. You know when you say the thing that you do is how you get one of you get that you put your money. I got back to go to me uncle. So tell you go help me. I'm going to the way to have the book of cooking money. Oh, I end up with that today. Then you know, you know, to be keep pile from my letter to hold never come away. He can't be lift. He put me on top of the bike, he said I lift. Together, all the age, he talked to your neighbor, could miss me for everybody. If I had the one that I'm going to come for a lot today, I will give myself. I will give myself as money in the cook this every day. But we are not doing that to myself. I will laugh about it. You already continue to hang about. If you see no one ever the continue to hang on, so maybe no laugh. This week, no. This year, no. So what you know, I don't decide. All. We listen this particular audio. I like you know. I love make it book it. I love lady. Like a continue to reach the ball. If you say no more boys, you go follow the track. That's the one that for this one. No go. Just imagine say. My body don't go. Okay, you will like my 4,000, 3,000. To me, mommy, no. You go. You know, we don't relate to no kind of whatever. The one working the college. You see, don't go across. No force for make happiness. If you don't make happiness, no problem. You gonna die, people. You know what you give me, then you have my happiness will come. They tell us can go make you go with everything, you go die percent. So what you happy? We all for laugh. Let we laugh before that. The quantity we don't tell now. If you say no more force happiness no will come. Now happiness na grip or the grip I will force you say. Oh yeah. I tell you what.
Greetings from the APC online TV platform. Today, on the 26th of June 2022, and me with a host today, this program, Mina Comrade Owen Kasu. And the time now, not just 4 minutes past 6 o'clock, na Sierra Leone, Freetown, and that's 4 minutes past 7 o'clock in the UK. Today, this is the online TV platform, the Diaspora, the mouthpiece of the APC. And with me today, Ms. Sweet Bonita, they always with me. We're not the co-hosts. Sweet Bonita, please come live and say hi to everyone.
Good evening, Comrade Soul.
Good evening, Sweet Bonita. Looking good, looking good, looking good.
I'm excited. I'm sure we know about
Absolutely.
the by-elections going on, so I'm so excited.
I will not blame you. I will not blame you, Sweet Bonita. Yes, today we get some kind of a bittersweet day for we, because we get a bearing. We get a national bearing. We get for recognize and we get for join the families of one of we national figures them na Sierra Leone. We na Kande Kole Yumkela, the former flag bearer aspirant or parliamentary aspirant of the member of parliament, I should say, currently na Sierra Leone for the NGC party. In West Die, we na Philomena Kande Yumkela. Philomena Kande Yumkela na one of the backbone for Kande Yumkela. I think last year in photo na yasu una de see in photo no to so.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the wonderful woman is with it behind Kande Yumkela with the supporter from the background. Very nice, beautiful woman. We unfortunately we don't lost. And this now big bearing for all the political parties them, including the APC. So this platform, this send we condolences from the chairman of this branch, Wina Mustafa Ahmed Kuruma, sending a message to everybody, the executive and all the members them, for join them, for make we say us to the family of Kande Yumkela and Philomena for the loss of your life. So this is very sad, and this platform they join everybody for make them tell the family us for that. We forward any other information we get for do with this funeral arrangements. We're going to update people them because she is one of us. You know, she was one of us. So today God don't take them, and we go for join the NGC party. We go for join the families for share with condolences them for say yes, we all feel for the loss of this wonderful woman who behind this man. So
Comrade Orankas, before you just forget this, one thing people should remember, she was a very good humanitarian. She has charity that she was helping people. So we should also keep those people that she has been supporting in our prayers, because we don't know what will happen to them at this particular point.
You can imagine. You see, I don't know much about the woman, but there's a lot of people in the say about her. A lot of people in Sudan very well. And, you know, she was a very, very good woman, you know, with everybody they talk about. And we want to continue for, you know, highlight the good things that we this woman also don't do, you know, for make people that know exactly who that this woman be, to not only in husband, in family, but also to Sierra Leone and the people that way they support, you know. So I believe say these are things that we get for try for like highlights, the things that we don't do, and would are going for take up then kind of venture and the way this man has to really do before they pass, you know. So yes, Sweet Bonita, thank you for that update as well. Today now another very, very important day for this platform and for the party APC. And first of all, we want to celebrate with victory before we come to the main show. But before we celebrate with victory, I want to introduce a wonderful guest who don't join me now today. Now, a social media person, they get a platform where it manage, you get your own platform, your own show, where they call Inside Salon Today. And this gentleman, a man, we a die-hard APC person. Now, we don't go aspire na Sierra Leone under the ticket of APC for parliamentary symbol. Unfortunately, that the term them in slam these blankets to SIM issue on everybody we come under the diaspora. So unfortunately, this gentleman was affected by this one. But you know, stop there, he come back to the UK after I don't support the party don't win the elections na Sierra Leone. They come back to the UK and it can form this to SIM organization, calling on all, you know, diasporans, not only people that we to SIM, but diasporans, because some people that even will not get to SIM, they were affected by this. So calling on diasporans, they mobilize, raise funds, call a big meeting, you know, for make them try to repeal this clause in the Sierra Leone Constitution. 4 years on, this gentleman they can try for fight for this thing. So don't contact big people them, you know, the Parliament of Sierra Leone. Don't contact lawyers them. Contact people them from different political parties them. To make we all team up together and try for fight this to SIM. So because a lot of people them where they contribute to the development of Sierra Leone, they get disenfranchised because of this to SIM, and it demoralize people them. You know, the zeal the day they for go represent, and people that want to be represented by people with experience and the requisite knowledge, you know, and background for represent. But unfortunately, this to SIM issue, they create a lot of problem. And we would expect, say, this time around we had an opportunity, but unfortunately, when they table this issue in our parliament, some of the MP them disappointingly, you know, dismiss this clause again for making them try for repeal them. Now we get this gentleman, so we, you know, we comrade, and now we bring lots of audios them now the social media all the time. They bring very eloquent and very, you know, technical, you know, audios them where some of we not can see the area then the angle them can come up from, you know, for educate we, for enlighten we, for give we advice as to how we go for move forward in terms of we engagement with this government, we they empower when the SLPP government. This guy is not a person, but the supermed, what they can call supermed, na the then and now media platform. Supermed, welcome, and come live and say hi to comrades them.
Okay, then thank you very much for that very kind and warm welcome. Family, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you find yourself. And before I move any further, I want to join the moderator, Commodore Wankasu and Madam Sweet Bonita, for saying me say want extend me condolence to the family, friends, and well-wishers, and all Sierra Leoneans in general for the passing of Madame Philomena Yomkela. May God sorry for him and make his soul rest in perfect peace. We indeed don't lose an icon now with society, now with country, and with the really mourn because like way one party moderator, Madam Sweet Bonita, said just now, lady we don't do plenty thing them for Salon people them, for Salon picking them, and we dearly miss them. May God sorry for him and may God give him good wood. And again, coordinator and Madam Sweet Bonita, I want to thank again for that warm welcome day and tell family where they watch this platform. I want to back plenty thank you. The struggle continue for that we all discuss about critical issues then in relation to waiting the happen in our country for the betterment of our country. So I'm really grateful that this platform not invite me today for can talk on some their issue they have me only and not in understanding. Lord will share them, make people them go get their own opinion obviously, and make we bring kind of discussion at the open. So again, I think say on behalf of the platform, I go urge you now they watch this program now. So live one for you have to share so that plenty and go join me for this particular discussion. Thank you very much, moderator Mr. Awan Kasu.
Thank you again, Mr. Mohammed K, where everybody known as Super Med from the Then and Now Inside Salon Today program. Super Med, we get a topic today we want to discuss, and a topic we don't highlight. I think a couple of weeks ago, even last week, we highlighted that same kind of topic that we touched this morning. This topic we're going to do with the new bills that we did table the parliament. And them bills here, one of them we've been really concerned about now the proportional representation. We hopefully we will get one of we will join we when a member of parliament. We can talk to you about the proportional representation, but you should go rub as much as you can. And the other issue we get now, so now the boundary delimitations, and then we also get this to sim issue where you now the chairman for this to sim issue organization that the Diaspora. But before we go into the topic itself, we get to celebrate. Sweet Bonita in Freetown, they follow the elections and the by-elections them. We take place yesterday about 5 by-elections them at the country. We want to see how far APC perform for them by-elections then. Even though the one we get the right for announce the final results, not come on air for Duam, but from the provisional results, from the RRFs, the way we don't collect the digits them, the voting, everything, we don't sort of get a provisional result for ourselves. So it give we the rights for we jubilate, for we dance, let we celebrate for coming towards the announcement of the final which is so I want to let you to tell we maybe I feel right now from yesterday election, I feel a bit uneasy because of the way the election campaign be the go, and to yesterday when the voting starts, and how we feel now after all the things don't pass, we don't begin to see figures that they come up for say APC don't win most of them elections today. Over to you, Sweet Bonita. Sweet Bonita is frozen at the moment. Well, make her come straight to Supermed. Let that question they go to you, Supermed. How you feel so far today? From all which you don't see from the last week, few weeks their way, all the intimidation will go on, the deployment of officers them all over the place, all the problems that will happen. Today, you see the election take place with international observers them day, and the result that what we see now, when they come out, look very, very encouraging for APC. What now you take?
Okay, thank you once more again, Mr. Awan Kasu. And what me see is that I see say this now vindication for democracy. Democracy indeed don't come as Sierra Leone, it don't come for stay. And the people who define democracy, they say democracy now a form of government in which the power there and the people they earn. So no form of intimidation. For say you go beat people there, you go marginalize, do all kinds of things against people there, not to say you go get votes. You get for able to go talk to the people, convince the people, show the people what you don't do and what you therefore do for the people, for let the people vote for you. If anybody, now that salon dispensation, if it say, now this day and age, now for go intimidate, harass, violence against people, now you go make them win election, they are woefully mistaken. Because what we see yesterday, don't show we say that not go work. Despite all the kind of intimidation, despite all the harassment and victimization, what we see for that particular election, waiting the young one, the report we see say the people then come out in 1,000, then go vote the people the way they want to represent them. And indeed, like when somebody provisional result, they don't come out before say the regional next commissioner don't sign and say it's the provisional results. So maybe by tomorrow the official results pay now the commissioner says go sign, go come out. But again, this is not good thing for Sierra Leone. This is not good thing for Sierra Leoneans in general. Even if you're not to APC or whatever party you belong to, we don't know now say democracy don't come for staying our country. No amount of intimidation or victimization or violence not go work in a salon anymore. The people then get sense. The people they had it open. And we said thank you to all them platform there where they help for sensitize the people. Many people they know say the democracy then at the hand. Now them get the right for choose who that they want, make it represent them. So I was very, very pleased. I'm very much glad, not for just because of the APC party win. Now the fact that the democracy says say what they yearn for, what don't suffer for another country, they don't prove to we say yes. Indeed, that democracy they don't do in that country. And no amount of bribery or whatever you do, not go stop. I mean, not go puella. The democracy will continue. And we're very grateful to the people who help us with international partners, the likes of the European Union, the British Embassy, and so many others, the new one of the civil, what they call election observers, and also the party people, both now the APC, the SLPP, all them people, and they will work tediously for make sure say this election will be passed on yesterday, despite some few issues but it passed on by largely peacefully. People able to vote, the vote able to come out, and again the vote speaks a volume. You know, if governments there, then they work, then they will show what and do, then you know the people then go make the decision. Not to me and you they make decision. No. Now the people go tell we say yes, government they work or then they work. And yes, I do clearly see them where the people that go out, then go voice their opinion, then go tell we what they see. Because that particular seat says you go 56, constituencies you go 56. Now a constituency where now the ruling SLPP party they get honorable day. Now that seat don't flip over to the main opposition APC party, where as I talk so now they are the majority in the parliament. Because I'm there 58 members of parliament. As we talk so now, by tomorrow then confirm that result day, the APC party will move to 59 members of parliament. Absolutely. And so now victory yesterday for democracy, now victory for APC, but now victory for all political parties in back in Sierra Leone. Yeah. Say despite whatever people they want to do, it will not work. The people and voice go be heard. Yes. So we are very grateful and very happy for what you see.
Indeed, absolutely. Yeah. Let us share a video quickly of the 21-man committee when they celebrate yesterday. So at least we said we will not see victory then on our side. Then guys, first of all, before I share that one day, I just want to show you something quickly. We currently now Magurka decided to do the collation of all the figures them at the elections. We see an influx of armed officers them. They enter inside the building. I just want to share the last share with you quickly, Supermed, and let you see which in them people are so the different plan right now.
Family, they see a mammoth of police and don't come na the center na Magurka boys school center na ya. The purpose then they go inside now as soon as they see, we don't know the purpose, waiting they can do na ya, where they don't get right
for even Canada. But thank God, the European Union, they inside, Dr. Richard Conte, they inside, Alfred Peter Conte, Aaron, Honorable Aaron, A. Kuruma, they inside, Dr. Sam Sise, they're all they inside. They represent the APC as we don't get victory, and now we no know them plan. So, one for keep Puna abreast, courtesy of the Unifier Media team.
Superman, you don't see this video, and I can just wonder sometimes, what is the need for all of this? You know, election don't take place. They don't get the RRFs then. They don't get the digits then. Then they go collect them. Why do we need armed officers going there in so much of a large number? Sometimes it begs the question, why? What's the need for this? You know, I know say one or two people that they need security, the boxes don't need security, but look at the amount of officers that they go there at this stage.
And again, moderator One Castle, and this is very important. This point where I like so, and it's good back when you play the video. We take it today for technology. Easy for them to see proof. People in the vicinity were able to take this video where they highlight, where they show the international community, where they show we Sierra Leoneans and wherever we did. This sort of tactics in the work. Government for understand say the primary purpose and responsibility now for look after the people in a saloon, the peace and the security. For undermine American is very, it is counterproductive. You know, they put the government and they paint the government in a good image. We all know an election will be passed now constituency 110. We see even government officials when the police and TNAP so then go and destroy ballot material. Police don't do nothing. Before I can this program, I began information say one party SLPP stalwart, I think I don't know if the chairman say the security environment not be good na Magoka, but people don't be there. They say, well, look, all thing peaceful now. Policemen be there, so German be secure all thing. The people are supposed to do it, and they did it. There was no problem. Everything was going on peacefully. So for this SLPP, big SLPP officials, they send them kind of statement there. I'm not gonna be surprised when suddenly we see truckloads of policemen there and German all on descend at the place. It is very unfortunate. And
Absolutely.
people in authority, they need to understand this. Say, so this sort of tactics, they don't plan the past. They need to work nowadays. Because we the citizens of Sierra Leone, we get all the tools then for expose any sort of shenanigans where somebody who can deploy for say, he want to take the power from the people. Would I make remind you all the time? So they say democracy. Now the people then get the power. Not to you, the individual. You, the individual, when in a government, you serve the people. The people that they elect you, say go serve, you go work for we so. And that power, they cannot be taken away from the people. You cannot take that power from the people. The people that are supposed to get that power, they and then go get that power. They. So any attempts for do any now, it is counterproductive. In fact, it is even laughable. It make law will look very bad in the eyes of the international community. Because the election don't go on by and large peacefully. We see few SLPP officials, they all to keep paper, so they sign this and sign this and sign this. If one petition, that is fine. There are ways where they go do for petition. You don't need for being policeman, soldier man can flop there. What's that they propose nowadays?
Well, the
Other
question
than
that
intimidating
they ask.
people, creating unnecessary tension.
Yes.
And this is unacceptable.
And the question that everybody they ask
them,
now, because this don't become like, you know, what is the need for all of this? You know, the election way probably will not be even need them this. They go deploy. They deploy them in their numbers, but thank God the international observers every day. You know, they all been there, they follow, and in fact, they don't did it a couple of days before the election, they voted. So, Bokutin and them the plan for good, when they enter there and see the observers, they don't did it, you know, they kind of like take a back step small and begin try for strategize themselves. But then the election don't go through, the balloting don't go through. Now they carry the figures and now for go put everything down on a computer. You know, say the last election them get started in Kabbalah. I think that's 055 or something like that. One of the words them 255. They mean enter the figures them, the neck officials them. They enter wrong figures them. Now that same center who said they can go sit down for collect all the figures them. Now they then go rig the elections. So now that they go now, McBono for go do all of this now. Then they send officers then they for go distract, for go intimidate, for go try for create some kind of atmosphere for make people and get distracted. We will give them the chance for them to begin to enter wrong figures then. Because otherwise there's no need for all of this, large number of armed officers then. If you don't go themselves, at least what you the old tear gas for, what you the old gun for, then kind tension they also like pushing like some kind of war zone. But at least we see every day in the country. Make us share something we man them they celebrate. I don't know if I go forget them now right now. For some reason I'm able to forget this video up. But we want for come. What's now your understanding of the by-elections them now? What we win? What's now the hope where we get?
Well, the latest updates when we get, the by-election will be take place in plenty. I think 2 take place now carrying it. All of that in APC win them. You want to take place now at Poloko, APC win them. I think another one at Falaba, APC win them. One take place now Kenema, where APC lost, but by a very slight margin. Now SLPP beat APC. This is the stronghold of SLPP. And it was very competitive. They beat SLPP by just a small margin. And obviously the parliamentary seats now 0.56 or see APC win back. But again, people are not blind. They see the people that they experience what they go on at the country. Me just come on at the country. I walk up and down the country. I go Kenema, I go Bo, I go outside. Everybody when you talk to, the ordinary people, the grassroots people, when you talk to them, will tell you, say, the experience that they get now, the kind of that they face now. They say, not be not first before, but this kind of what they face now. Even when they won't be, they will not face this kind of Can you imagine? Yes, people are telling me, they say, even when they won't be there, will not face this kind of what they face so. But you will see it in the streets of Freetown. You will see nearly the streets of Freetown full of beggars. People don't know that, they're not sick, they don't have their food, not work, nothing.
And you just come on it.
Yes, they just beg for things for it. And it's really sad.
Oh my God.
The situation is really unbearable for people. When you go there, you see people and really, you have to bleed for the people. So people that I go talk to, as far as Kenema, then they tell me, say, today they give you the opportunity. We will vote and we will make this choice that we will vote count. Because they say we'll be not the previous government will be there. They say, like I'm of 8 times, we all be the criticize our previous government today. We know how they live in this country. We know what they happen in the country. Some of we will not be survive. But then like today, they tell me say some of we won't vote for this government with this so now. The kind of all they suffer. It's even a shame to we. People are saying to me this, they say that even if they feel say they let themselves down. Because now them be fed for this government. Now them they dance for this government. Now them be vote for this government. Then like today, the government they say them pull. It way better. Who said them the day than who said them just so they like today. And this is everywhere where I go. Even people when not able to talk in public, then they talk to me privately, say, but Superman, things are unbearable in this country. People they suffer in a way where it's unimaginable. But look how the fear they Guinea fear na 12,000 neons. Look how people they protest at Guinea, they fear na 12,000. We now we own country na 18,000. How on earth we want to go by the fear the same side? Guinea they say na 12,000, we they say na 18,000.
I understand say back
the fear now we country.
I understand say even want to walk back. And then a rumor they for say the one raise the price of the fuel back.
Well, I won't be surprised because right now people even people they go for go buy that fuel 18,000, then they get them. So man they go buy black market 20,000, 20-something thousand for a liter. Wow. I want to remind people that watch this program say the fuel in a salon, it dear pass the fuel in America.
Wow.
So forget first of Sogi John like bigger Guinea. The fuel in a salon, the dear pass the fear in America, because America the fear they sell them by gallon.
By gallon, yes.
It's $5 for the gallon. Who na liter? So now 4 liters make 1 gallon. So if you check them, now about the fear long cost about 70-something thousand in our country, as opposed to 60-something thousand in America. So even America, when they get quality fear, they fear cheap. That's we right on as Sierra Leone. I don't want to say now Guinea, one of our neighboring country that they will compare with. We go buy the fear the same side. Then they sell at 12,000, we they sell at 18,000. And this fear is very important. Moderator one council, because what you do now in the center, the engine of the economy, any economy in the world.
Yeah.
Because now this fear, people they get for use for transport goods and services, people they get for go work, people they get for plenty things that people they get for do. Now this fear that they use. If that fear the price don't go up, so basically everything else in the country in price don't go up. Including the foreign exchange will also fall more and more because of this fear business in our country. Yes, we know the fear crisis then at the world because of Ukraine, fear they go up all sides. But we still see other countries, they manage them. But we own country, it just go out of hand completely because of what you do, because of bad policy where this particular administration don't adopt. Bad policies. If Guinea able to subsidize and fear, then they sell them 12,000. But if bad batete, we said we won't feel 14,000.
Yeah.
So outcomes.
Make us share this video so quickly with you.
Yes.
Because people they ask me for this video, then say share them. This is the 21-man committee with Dr. Richard Conte and few of the honorables them, the officials them.
We get Dr. Richard Conte, Dr. Kelpalama, and of course, we get the great comrade in the 21-man committee, Comrade Alfred Peter Conte, and of course, Honorable Abukago, and a lot of comrades there. There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggles of APC, there is victory for us. For us, for yes, for us, for yes. In the struggles of APC, there is victory. APC back to power. Voice of Local Media Empire, tag members, SL Media 1.
So basically, we got to say kudos to, of course, first my own kudos what they give to the people them. We're gonna bush during the campaign time. We go intimidate them. Then get the courage for come out yesterday for come vote in their numbers. In spite of the paramount chief, when Musa Bendugo, then he puts there as an MP, and able to do nothing there. Then he end up for become a paramount chief. Then he intimidate the people them, go there with money, bags of rice, and intimidation. But still the people then come out and vote in their numbers for APC. I want to say kudos to them people in there. I want to say kudos to the people who make their way from Freetown and all over the country, Kabbalah, all over the country, for make the way that rough terrain for go inside Samara Bendugu. The time we they for reach there with all the blockades that we they meet, the police intimidation and threats that we they meet, they manage with with strong resilience, they're able to reach there. We want to extend the condolences to the family of the people that we die on the way coming back during that accident. And the one that we injured, we want to say the victory don't go to them. This platform stand in solidarity with the people and they, because of the support we don't go for good support. Unfortunately, on the way back, they come and get accidents. It's all down to all this problem with this government creates for the people of Sierra Leone. On a simple day for APC rally, then grab go block the place, they say this now, jewelry, now the place, they're not for good and all that stuff then they. And also the one that we finance from the diaspora, of course, we will contribute, we finances them for puts together, for support the party. And the one that we do within the country itself, we support the party, you know, and including Honorable Chengno Ramadan Majuba, and we get also people them with prominent figures them, you know, we come from the Big Six members them, of course, and of course, Dr. Richard Conte, we get Dr. Kalfala Mara, and you know, lots of them were not able to remember the name by now, but they all don't do so very well, you know, including Alfred Peter Conte, 21-man committee for this victory. So Supermed yourself, I can join you because you make a very good audio, and I can also want for say kudos to people like Banabom for himself in your own role where they play now the social media for sending message on the day for the people in the Timni language for make the people understand how for votes, waiting for do, make them not afraid, make them come out and come vote. With a whole lot of social media people encourage people to vote. And today, the people of Sierra Leone don't begin to respond to them social media calls they are so. And you are one of them, Supermed. So kudos to you as well.
Okay, and thank you very much. Moderator. And again, Mr. Wan had say this particular victory, now a victory for all APCians. Because the APC party, as far as you're a member, you're a supporter, you're a well-wisher, one way or the other, you don't play your own part. So the APC party get right for celebrate. Now, so one see democracy. You win, you celebrate peacefully. They go see some video where APC stakeholders then. Where some of them come under threat, so many things happen. But yet still, them patients, then get the victory, they celebrate peacefully. So any other attempt now for undermine that is going to be unacceptable.
Absolutely.
Any other attempt. Yeah. And this will make them categorically clear. Let the power to be, they understand this. That democracy don't take place. People them will get the rights and responsibility for monitor. They make sure they monitor and thoroughly, including international observers then. Yes. The election don't done, they don't vote, they don't count, they don't enter reform, they don't go to a big tally center, they don't tally, they don't even put provisional results.
Yeah.
Where even the commissioner of the northern region don't sign that. That is a provisional result. That's an authentic document. So any other attempt right now for manipulate, for bring up any kind of thing would be unacceptable.
Absolutely. Wonderful.
So that message for go far and where the people understand them. And again, Moderator Owen Kasu, I want to tell you back, thank you plenty for the work on they do. Now this platform and so many other platforms for make sure say the people then get the message loud and clear. People they make audio, people they write up, people they do video, all kinds of things. Now make what they say in this day and age, the 21st century, we don't get the tools them for communicate.
Yeah.
Now they talk now, where people they watch this program from Salon, from America, from Europe, from all over the place.
Yeah.
So we all communicating.
Yeah.
And definitely. So if anybody if he say he go able to stop this progress, that person is mistaken.
Definitely.
It's mistaken.
Okay.
Democracy don't come from state, and people have to respect the rules. That democracy, they give you power, and democracy, they get power back for pulling your power. You cannot do anything against democracy because we the people are not going to accept them.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I want to call on Sweet Bonita. Sweet Bonita for come live and tell we what you have on the platform, and then we can go into the real McCoy. Sweet Bonita, over to you, darling.
Yeah, well, Comrade Awankesu, the platform where we're having people are sending condolence messages for the Coles family based on the loss of the wife, and also congratulations to the mighty, wonderful, excellent son and star, the APC, for the fourth win. Because, you know, as Comrade Supermed was talking regarding the narrow miss within the South, because that was a very narrow miss.
I tell you,
giving a wonderful message to the current administration that the people of Sierra Leone have decided to take back their power. They call it the people's power.
Yes.
They thought they were beyond, they were untouchable.
Yes.
But this has sent a very strong message. You know, when it came to the Sam Benduga's by-election there. I think it was only within the Americans that sent an African representative. The rest were Oyombo, white people.
Pumui.
So we all see like, oh yeah, these people, because you're not going to say anything to them because they're not going to listen to you. They look, they listen, and then they make their own up. Like, again, Supermed mentioned that the North, the person in charge has signed his one. But again, we all know every political parties that were involved has their own form, which we all know where we are. But I would like to say a very big congratulations to our people in the South because they made us proud.
Absolutely.
The North, we did what we were supposed to do all along.
Yes.
But we should be grateful to the Southeasterners because they've said they have changed. Before, they were so narrow-minded, says, oh, well, if my brother comes, then something better. But I think their brother came is a disaster, or their cousin came is a death trap. So I'm sure nobody can have their 5 senses and wants to die.
Indeed.
You see a gun coming or you see death, you like, oh, let me just embrace it. Because I think in the Quran, the date says, if you are to save life to life, you will save life.
Yeah.
So now they know if they don't save themselves, they're going to be in big trouble. So I would really like to say a very big congratulations to the mighty, wonderful, excellent APC and to the Southeastern for making us proud.
That's good. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sweet Bonita. One come to the topic. Before we come to the topic, we want to welcome we next guests we just the about for complete in entrance into this platform. The next topic one can discuss now so na the SLPP manipulation of we Sierra Leone Parliament. And as I've been promised earlier for say we get a member of parliament with the join we now so that this platform is just there about for join we. But very soon we join we completely, then we'll go welcome them properly. But Supermed, your idea of this all of a sudden new bill with an put in a parliament for amend, for try for bring them a new system, proportional representation, and all of that, you know. But make a welcome first, Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali of Constituency 037. I hope I'm correct, but if not, now the McKinney City, now you handle the McKinney City, the heartbeat of the North. You know, welcome, Honorable Catherine, to the APC online TV platform. Did you get me clear? Honorable, did you get me?
There's a delay. Just be patient. Remember, we are not with you, please.
You know what I mean? The coverage they play up small. But Supermed, please come live and just talk to me about your take on this particular.
All right, Jessica, can I just interrupt you quickly before you bring in Comrade Supermed? Here, we've just heard from Mansell saying, well, now this is the time for everyone within the APC to unite, including the 21-man committee, because this is the big thing that we're going through with it.
Yeah.
So we should be able to work together in unison.
You know, I think this is not a very large, very huge, mammoth, gigantic, big message. We don't go out for say with unity. We see Alfred Peter Conte with the 21 mandate, all of them together. We see Dr. Richard Conte. We see Dr. Kelfala Mara. We see other people then we the flag bearer aspirant them. We see some of them then at the south. We see some of them then at the north. We see some of them they carrying a district. You know, former Secretary General Johnson Ebidin at the carrying a district area and the Winde. You see Ahmed Sisse You see Honorable Bundu, we see other people, Honorable Bash, the all the local district and all them places in the current district for make sure say, we win all them seats there. So, and trust me, we can't wait for Monday. We're not even celebrate it. We can't wait for Monday. If not Monday, then go for get out the results then. But we're looking forward to it. This don't send a huge message of unity that when we come together, we fight together, we will always get the victory we would look for.
That's true, man. So I said if we can win 5 out of 6, there is no runoff. And I think this is what we've been saying on this platform. We are not going to have a runoff when it comes to 2023 elections. There
Absolutely.
is no runoff.
Straight down the line.
Straight.
We hit and run straight away. Hit and run. Clear them all the way. So over to you, Supermed. This new bill where they don't put in parliament, what's your take?
Yes, thank you very much, Moderator Owen Kasu and Madam Sweet Bonita as well. And again, I want just church for that small talk there for the APC side. This is not victory for APC, but not victory for all Sierra Leoneans as well.
Yeah.
East, west, north, and south. Because they go say Sierra Leoneans, they face untold suffering.
Trust me.
So now they go say yes, then get power for make change. And indeed, the APC platform now just a vehicle for deliver that change where the people they want. So I believe say the people that they celebrate, the people they appreciate that the APC platform able to maneuver that vehicle and get that victory.
Yeah.
But again, what you highlight, so in terms of this bill, then call it the Public Election Bill 2022. And they replace another election bill be there 2015. But what they do by this bill, it gets plenty things in there. Among them, in order to get proportional representation, you also get what they call block representation, and it districts them. Then it also gets the amendment of the TUSIM. It also gets something very controversial, where people don't pick up it. We got to do with NACRA. Say NACRA be doing registration. When I be doing this registration and give people a number, like an NI number. Now it look like say this bill let's have for talk say when they go for register for go for this election for come next year, you for produce that number there. And that is absolutely unacceptable. I hope say the honorable then go pick the one and say this cannot be tolerated. The idea for say that NACRA registration will be full of so many problems. Plenty Sierra Leone not be able to register because they get plenty technical problem there. That number never can use.
Now the midterm census one you refer to us now?
No, NACRA, say them in NACRA be do one registration when they say that registration they forgive like an N9 number. Yes. When they register every anybody in salon, even if you know to Sierra Leonean. So they want to use that number there when they give you for when they go register you before you vote this September, then they want to produce.
Wow.
When they register you.
That registration took place last year in March, April. And some of us that registered, I haven't still got my card yet. It hasn't been delivered. So how can I take that number when I don't have the card?
Absolutely. And that is a good point. It's not only, and many people were unable to register because of the technical difficulties. So what do they urge the parliament and people that many understand is that democracy you need for growing our country. Democracy that way you allow all man for tin up and vote. So for God hide something that they put them behind the bill, it's unacceptable. The only good thing about this bill is that something in there they reject them. Say this we don't want our vote. But the other danger thing is now simple majority, not a 2/3 majority. Although we don't now say APC get 59 MPs, but SLPP get 58. C4C get 8, NGC 4. But we also get empowerment chieftain. And this is the time for Sierra Leone. This na a make or break time for Sierra Leone. If people go see on the parliament day, put bad law in our book, it get the propensity for destroy our country. So these people need to understand this.
Yeah.
They need to take this responsibility very serious. This is not a joke business. Then people have put plenty things by this public election bill 2022. Where if we not take with time, then gets the propensity for damage to democracy, but also for undermining peace and security in our country. And that is unacceptable. So we want to let people know this, may them be aware of that particular bill. We they call on the parliamentarians. Tin and Palabile, where now absolutely no. But when they say, if it is not broken, why fix it?
Yes, that's the question.
Would they vote first past the post system? They're correct.
No
because
problem.
the MPs them, they're directly responsible to the constituents them, the constituents when they represent. So the constituents they're able only who say this MP is not do for well, who don't want some. That will parliament assistant, we even get independent MP there from Kalaun. Where when I give them then SLPP, when I give the SLPP candidate symbol, then people they say no, we don't agree. Then go stand independent and win the election. That is democracy in action. So for any thing for can't undermine them, where people say the block voting, where you the vote and you districts, you don't know that for be MP. Now the party go choose say, okay, you and I go be MP. How would I be answerable to no people who vote for me when a party choose me anyway? So you undermine democracy by bringing this block voting business, this district block proportional voting. So then, I believe say the MPs them and all the people voting up say, would include the paramount chief then for understand that. Say this make a break time for the country. That particular thing we don't want some palabile. Then we'll get something that where plenty people want. That's not the to seem the amendment of section 76 1A of the 1991 Constitution of Sierra Leone. It is imperative that amendment they take place. And again, we'll see something we're very worrying. And to say it was a little bit pathetic. We'll see a member of parliament kidnapped at the well of parliament. They try to degrade people from the diaspora. He even went far as saying they're not even for long giving people in the diaspora the right for votes. Now, April for many votes. And I don't know whether this MP is ill-informed because he went on to make example of country where get the same to sim law. The country where he point, he said Ghana and Gambia. But now they stop. Me want to say, let go Nigeria. They allow dual citizenship. Let go Senegal. They allow dual citizenship. Let go Cape Verde, one of the good countries in Africa. They allow dual citizenship. Why would not go copy good example? Why would they go copy bad example? And the idea for the MP let's now they tell who say, oh, some they say, I want to go 2 times, I want the MPs them. Now all the political parties, I want to remind them. The APC MP, the SLPP, the NGC, C4C, including the Power One Chief them. We want to remind them, say, they are there for the interest of the people of Sierra Leone. They are there for the interest of Sierra Leone. That's not the foremost interest when they did as lawmakers. When they make law for the interest of Sierra Leone, not for your own personal interest. No, them put you there, the people them put you. They say go represent we. That means they go do something for we the people. They don't say Mr. Owen Kosu go to parliament as a member of parliament for go represent Mr. Owen Kosu. No. They say for go represent we. So the MP then get a responsibility for represent the people of Sierra Leone. The people of Sierra Leone won't forget a choice.
So Superman, as a chairman of this to SIM organization, I can understand how frustrating it is for this organization for the past 4 years since they slammed this thing on the diasporans, then particularly. We don't fight all rights too. And we believe, say, if they table this thing at parliament with all the promises, them, all the engagements they don't make, everybody seem like for say, they go for support the repealing of this particular clause for make them harmonize them, make everybody get a chance for can represent, including President Bio in SSF, because I remember there was one interview with an ask and we talk say, in good try for support the idea for make them give rights to everybody for one. I would not feel at the moment for see this is not going to happen when they don't dismiss them. What's not the next action we're going to go for do as an organization?
Okay, thank you very much again, Moderator Owen Kosu. And it's good again for us say, it's still there for so, they not pull it. Because the debate just begin. But we also need for remind the parties, the SLPP, the APC, the NGC, by the manifesto. Then talk say, this parliament, I want to parliament, this parliamentary part don't so now. Then they make that amendment say, so all the political parties, them, they don't promise the people of Sierra Leone, don't make a contract. Because you manifesto that the contract when you get with the people, the way they tell and say, if you not do for me, if you not put me in power, now this are they do. So all those major political parties, they don't get a contract with the people and say, where election done, when parliament open, then they amend section 76(1)(a) of the 1991 constitution.
So
the parliamentarians then,
they
represent the parties then.
The two I want to ask back, now we don't see say it's still there for debate and the different debater. Waiting the diasporans then get for do, waiting that you action for the diasporans, which kind of sort of action we take for send a clear message na Freetown, for write a letter, for write a, I don't know, we say petition, or make them write a letter emphasizing that that's a very, very important clause we, the diasporans are very concerned about, and make them, because people are looking at it from a legal perspective. Some people look at them for say, oh, this is not a political, perspective because we support the diaspora and stuff. But we got to look at them back from a legal perspective. Legally, it ain't at the constitution now. Waiting and go for do for pull on our constitution there for make we could get the chance for go aspire. Waiting the UK and I or the diaspora APC and the diaspora SLPP, because we get SLPP aspirant and also one for go aspire. But they're all dual citizens, most of them.
Okay, thank you again once more, moderator. And again, even your organization, the TUSIM organization, we get members of the SLPP, we get members of the NGC. So I call on all diaspora people, una call on people them out, una engage in media in Sierra Leone. Now we all engage in media. Now we engage with political parties them. Now we engage with people them. Tell them say, men go to parliament. From next week, all the debates begin. Men then go to parliament. Then get right for go to the gallery. Men make them voice say, if not apply the Olam. Say we want make the amend section 76(1)(a) of the 1991 constitution. Una be don't promise we say una go do am. Una party them don't promise we say una go do am. And again, we see in terms of the legality of them, it is also questionable because we see a case where recently, when the Supreme Court judges in our country, one of the highest judges in the country, make an opinion say the way the law they interpret them and what's the intention behind the law, it no match. Because don't forget to Sierra Leone, they accept dual citizenship. You ain't coming now, so right now, you go, if you're not American, you come out, you only American passport, you only Salon passport, you don't need to forget visa. Then they stamp both your American passport, they stamp your Salon passport. So if Salon they accept dual citizenship, and you say that you dual citizen, you don't accept them one side, then the other side you say, well, they're not for become member of, then you're discriminating against them. It's like now this country, now the Western world, and continental just stand for this. It's like the Western world don't say, we don't accept the LGBT community. Now we don't accept them, but we not agree for the LGBT person go to parliament. That is discriminatory. You cannot do that. If you don't accept them, you don't accept them, then you forget the benefits as any other Sierra Leonean. So legally, there is so many ambiguities. But that particular law, they will delve in while they over back to you.
I understand, say there are certain countries where you want to forget like American passports or British passport, you they denounce your nationality first. You need your nationality, like your original country, so you come out. Because that country they need to accept, you forget them passport and also get another foreign passport. So you go to the embassy of the country where you born, then you go denounce your nationality with that country there. Then you come now for take, like for instance, I know a friend with a Ghanaian, if they live in Holland. So the Dutch government want to get nationality, but then tell and say, you no go get a Ghanaian nationality, you get a Holland nationality. So go to the embassy, may go denounce your nationality with Ghana, then we give you your Dutch nationality. That's what the guy you end up for do. But if you do in England, it's acceptable. We are Commonwealth, and it's acceptable for get your Sierra Leone nationality as well as take a dual one. I think say that's acceptable. So what you talk so for say you can go to 2 passports, then you can stamp them. I think say that's right, that's correct. So if then they accept that, why don't they accept you inside parliament for represent? And you
And
pick
exactly
where you born as a Sierra Leonean or as a whatever, you pick where you born na Yasu, where you not ever born as Sierra Leone, you know, just because in parent then itself, now as Sierra Leone, and then that picking they can represent. You know, it's kind of like funny the way how they put this thing.
Yes, definitely, moderator, and that is very important. The law itself is poorly drafted. Instead of when they go to Supreme Court, when the Supreme Court judges them, then send them back, say Parliament, let Parliament look into amend them, because the law itself, the one they draft is poorly drafted, because there are so many ambiguities surround them. Continue when they do dual citizenship, that is fine. But we consider one of the countries where they accept dual citizenship.
Yeah.
So there is no the reason why you don't accept dual citizenship, then you discriminate against the dual citizenship. Because you don't accept them. This is not the part and parcel of your constitution. The amendment was made where allow we for the dual citizenship. So why you want to discriminate against them people again? Where you don't say they give them rights, you don't give them rights. Then go for enjoy the same rights where all the other Sierra they enjoy.
Well, one of the prominent lawyers there and former presidential flag bearer for APC when JFK had been tweets. Now, so make I just quickly get on for now before I go to Sweet Bonita. It say verbatim, the Public Elections Act 2022 is not properly laid before Parliament. It's consistent with Constitution Amendment Act 2001. Parliament cannot amend without meeting the conditions precedent. A provisional census report cannot form the basis to make a law regulating elections. One of the things that we've been talking, there is a report, a provisional report. Okay, this midterm census. Now, a provisional report results now come out first, not to the final one. So that provisional result cannot form the basis for make any law we get for do with election regulations. But SLPP they are using right now for do whatever they get for do the boundary delimitation, for do other of things them, for let them put themselves in a position for win, for rig the elections come 2022. But on this topic here, so Sweet Bonita, within the audience, them, the chat room, they think about this to sim issue. So I don't go for help, Supermed and the organization for support and for make letters then go out to the political parties them and stakeholders them for make them look into this lawyer so and repeal and pull them out. Sweet Bonita.
Well, one of the questions that have been asked by Derwin is if the diaspora voting right with the bill, if the MPs are in support of it. But again, I'm afraid Honorable Catherine is not here to help us on that, because I think she would have been in the very best position to answer that question. And I think Supermed was also talking about the Cape Verde issue. And Mo wrote like, well, this was since 1992 that there is a provision for dual citizen to participate, but only when it comes to presidential election. And I think that was what we also had in our clause in Sierra Leone. Like, if you want to become a president, then you need to denounce, which for me, it's fine. But again, it says our children that we've given back to in the diaspora can become a president because it wasn't their choice to be born where they were. So for us that came and changed, we have to denounce and then just remain with the Sierra Leone, which for me, I think is fair. But again, you look at it, people in Africa, I don't know if it's a narrow-minded or they're just trying to be too difficult when it comes to diasporas, because even within the parties, you can see when they says diaspora, people say, oh, if they give diasporas this provision or they give them this opportunity, they will supersede us, they will take over everything because they had the money, they had the influence, they had the exposure. And I think this is the fear when it comes to the MPs, because I think most of the argument they're having, or if they give the diasporas, they will pay for it because they had the money. So what I'm looking at is like, because they don't think they are competent to be in those positions, so they are scared of the diaspora. But I think that's also our human right. because we have the opportunity to leave. And if we want to return back, that's our home. And you know, sometimes it's rather unfortunate when you go to the airport, they keep calling you JC. And for me, that really offends me because I want to come home to be just like everybody else. Don't call me JC because I've just arrived. It's wrong. No, but
investor.
you go like to the market, the sooner you said hello. If something was like 5,000, it becomes 250,000. Like, and you keep talking price as if you're mad. So when they look at diaspora, they think like, oh, everything about diasporas, we just have to spend money as if we're mad. You know, people are giving examples of other countries and stuff. If you go to the Gambia, if you're Gambians, you're foreigners, they will respect the Gambian if they have less money to pay for an item. They don't mind you foreigners. You take your money somewhere else, but they will serve their brothers. Why are we not doing that when it comes to Sierra Leone?
Indeed.
Why?
They say, you know, investor, you got plenty of money.
Yeah, why? Because it's really devastating. Dell is asking, like, why are the MP sitting to vote for the bill that they think is going to be hurtful to us? And those are the same people who come and says, oh, well, we need you diaspora to talk for us. So we are just there to talk. We don't have any right to be where you are. Because like when we told them, go and protest, oh, we can't do that because they will arrest us. Diasporas, you can do this, you can do that. So that's all we are useful for. It's like just to advocate, nothing else. It's rather unfortunate. It's rather sad. But again, as this administration has said before, they made a promise that they were going to change it. And we hope they will stand by their words because we know these are not the people that keeps their word. So only God can save us. Only God can save us diasporas because
now,
it's sad.
We are just close to these elections coming 2023. And this law we don't put now, them bill out on table of parliament. With the setup of parliament now, the proposal for the proportional representation, we smell some rank inside this particular one. If I can quote somebody, we smell some rank inside this particular one. Somebody read now to say, do you know that there is a bill now in parliament that proposes to take away the power of electing MPs from the people and give it to the political parties?
Yeah, is it not the block voting that Supermed was talking about?
That is what is going to happen, yes, absolutely.
So, Supermed, if that's the case, are we going to see that happening? Because recently, they increase the allowances of the MPs them for entice them, for make them feel very cushioned in the parliament. So when the bill will come, suddenly they go able to just pass them. Cleverly, them bundle the bills them, then put a lot of things them, make them really convoluted. If they accept this bill, whatever the intricates them inside that bill, they then just accept and then pass them. So really and truly, if we APC and all the opposition members of parliament, they're not careful for read this thing and try for peace and put them, scatter them, for no waiting for change inside that building, then we are in trouble come 2023 because then people also then plan is still there on course. And what will we be able to do for stop this? Yes, we have our concern with it to seem, but generally as Sierra Leonean for Sierra Leone, the people of Sierra Leone, the political party, they want to pick the young MP them. For instance, this constituency, you get an APC MP, you get an SLPP MP, you get an NGC MP because of the political party, then they choose them, the MP them for go represent them. So it's like you go forget from the south, plenty MPs them, we go represent, we don't even deserve for the day. So now issue we really for really we're concerned about. So what do you think? Is this gonna happen?
Well, again, this is very important as well. I want to let people pay attention for this. JFK they suggest say there's something about illegality of this with this particular bill. Yeah. Then I go suggest say when they're gonna seek an injunction for stop the bill. Because this bill, na simple majority. any issue, if they say this is not proportional representation, now that one issue, don't deal with them. If you say I don't agree, they say I don't agree, this I don't agree, this I don't agree, they don't debate her, they say, okay, Lord, we vote. We know say APC get 59 and then get 58. But NGC get 4. Probably then go side with APC, taking them to 63. C4C get 8. C4C, maybe the 4 will go to them. We will give them 52. Then APC will get another 4, we will give you 66. No, sorry, 66. Then go get 62, get 66.
They got the paramount chief them.
The paramount chiefs. If the paramount chiefs and the votes are like in votes like block, they all go vote for that bill, then we're doomed. That means
They need a 2/3. They need a 2/3 majority for
no, a simple majority. This now bill, a different, not an instrument.
Okay.
Not like that one where they do that constitutional. This is not just a simple bill.
A simple bill or later member bill.
Not just yes, a model. So it is very dangerous. The thing that we did it. So the thing is, if JFK no say this is illegal, we also get right as Sierra Leonean citizens, even not as political party, for going to court for seek an injunction. May them block the bill. May them go argue the legality of the bill in the first place.
Because definitely,
yeah, go on.
I think, but based on what you just said, somebody just wrote on the platform says, well, JFK is behind us to sin because he was the person that started all the trouble. So now that he's
absolutely. But now, the danger of this bill, this public election 2022, they not only put it to sim though, they put so many things. But all they get for do, they get for debate them one after the other. If they don't want it to sim, if it to sim, we win a day. If they don't want to kick her out, then they go for the next one. Then debate her, and don't want to kick her out. So, but what Sierra Leoneans in general concerned about as well is this proportional block representation. The people don't want some. Then they smell something fishy behind them. And we get the first part post the system when they work fine, no problem. Because the people that know the MP, now if you go to this block, how me as an independent candidate go to a parliament? It's going to be very difficult.
And I think
you don't disenfranchise somebody who want to become an independent candidate, who want to be party. He just want to be independent candidate.
Yeah, and I think say the time don't too short for come up with all them bills they are so for pass them for change the whole dynamics of the electoral system in the country. Why not just left the thing? Let we go about we elections as normal, but try to create a whole lot of problems. Now we will make people and begin to doubt how we will, people will be represented. It's not issue where it's too late for all of this right now.
Absolutely, but say moderator that they are always having people in there we get different motives. So that they lobby for bill or they bring can bill because it's been a government brand for make sure say maybe then if say this bill is there to the advantage. But again, if I go follow up on this bill, I want to turn back to the members of parliament. APC members of parliament, SLPP, NGCC 4C. Say the people then go all accountable tomorrow. If we not make this amendment for this to sim business. And not fit say the argument or maybe that self-interest where you say you not go vote for this bill because you want to go 2 term. So if you don't vote for the bill, go grant you for go 2 term. If any MP that thinks so, that MP is mistaken. Because the people no go stand for them. The people that from the diaspora, they no go stand for them. So if you not take time, if they not say you know the architect or you know the warrior for fight against this to sim, that constituency they go stand. If the independent candidate they go put a stand, they go beat you, put in a parliament. Because what many no say, then a parliament for the interest of the people. And when they call on the people then, for when they make them voice, they make people they give them voice, say, listen, we want choice. Democracy is about choice. If I don't like Owen Kosu, I don't like Abdul, I don't like Aissatou, maybe I go like Sweet Bonita, I vote for Sweet Bonita. Not limits be choice. Disenfranchising people from the diaspora, when a bona fide citizen of that country, where at some point, and even up to now one of the pillar or the strongest pillar in terms of the economy of that country, by virtue of the remittance, when they send us Sierra Leone, all that good they do for the country, you don't have to disenfranchise them just because of your own selfish interest. If you're not MP, you are competent, you know your job, you represent your people and well. The likes of the AKK, the likes of Abu Kago, and officer they go afraid for anybody go stand against them because they know saying they're able to do the job. And then they talk to the people, then they do what they're supposed to do. So if you're not MP, when you say other people they carry you, just go sit down no more, men and pay you one day, eat up. You don't do nothing for the people. Not forget to, like when you say, moderator, that even the welfare bill on pass, when they give them plenty money at the detriment of the Sierra Leoneans, chicha them money when they get a fix. Then they suffer, police them, all man, then your money don't go up. So all of these things, the people that know what's in the happen. So the parliamentarians get a choice. And this is a very stark choice when they're at the end. We the people from the diaspora, all the four corners of Sierra Leone, we watch them koro one. If they not do the right thing, I repeat, they will be held accountable. And we will make sure say we hold them accountable. We will make sure say we campaign against some of them and pull in a parliament because they're not fit for the parliament. When you're in a parliament, you're there for the interest of your people. You're not there for your own interest.
The deputy leader of government business, Honorable Basiru Siddiqui, say for dual citizenship, he say one cannot serve two masters and express fear of importing bad behavior by the latter. You know, he mentioned about this dual citizenship. We didn't talk, see, people there with dual citizenship for calmness alone for can resolve the issue with the people that within at the ground. For make them resolve that matter, they for make them the chance to be voted for. But this guy, the deputy leader of the government, Basiru, come strongly against that for say your loyalty, because they talk about loyalty. So your loyalty day in the UK. Why you want to serve two masters? Who that you could be loyal to?
Okay, thank you very much, Owen Council, that you raised this point, because I think say the honorable gentleman is ill-informed. We all know, we all are bona fide citizens of Sierra Leone. Some of we not all know people in the diaspora. So Mango gets 100 pounds, so 10 at 20 points, it's only 80 pounds as salary they go. So there is no doubt that 99.999% of the people in the diaspora, the loyalty, when a Sierra Leoneans, the loyalty there to Sierra Leone.
How you go somebody be asked the question, say, well, if that is the case, how you go able for prove them? How you go be justifiable? Because you go talk and indeed, what you they talk so inside we all hearts not true. We are spending monies only in this country as so for pay we bills them. But all we earn is the way to get to the table for investor, whether for family members them or for investor as alone for build with property them and help the, you know, the country and stuff like that. Most of the money they go there. We need to eat, even some of we need to eat what you want for itself. We need to even enjoy going to a restaurant, go enjoy with
We don't eat lobsters and all those big crabs and stuff, but in free time they have it comfortably.
Yes, you see. So, but we know we cannot justify it. We cannot really bring a tangible evidence to prove what you they talk to right now, Superman. That is the issue we'll get right now.
No, okay, thank you very much, moderator. And again, the evidence is overwhelming. Like when you say so, 99.99% of the people in Sierra Leoneans and bona fide Sierra Leoneans, then one no life, then they live a life that the diaspora, when I suffer in life, then they go restaurant, and they go, even closer, so people need a bomb. All waiting in the gates now for work for can go back Sierra Leone. And you don't prove them. After the war, the highest source of revenue in a salon for the economy of Sierra Leone was remittance. That don't show you say, then people that are always they do for now for work for salon no more, then they come for that in the diaspora. Today, you get small money. What you remember, now for go invest, do business, do this, do that, all things as salon you remember.
And you should just come out salon.
Yes, Sierra Leone, being in the diaspora, it means for help Sierra Leone. We all know we see those side. Obviously, we know the economic situation in the country. The one who they say work on the nothing, the people they suffer. These people they risk their life, do all kinds of things for travel in the diaspora, for able to help back their family home, for able to help their friends, for able to help the country in general.
And Sweet Bonita right now, they spend money there.
Absolutely, that is clearly manifest itself. It clearly manifests itself. No Sierra Leone, another way go ask, we go tell you say people that the diaspora, not they help people, they get any other allegiance past Sierra Leone allegiance. And the same gentleman will make some hypothetical questions, say, oh, well, if he Britain go fetch to Salon, would I go fetch for? That question was so childish, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Well, one of our viewers is just saying, like, since they said we have nothing, let's withhold all our finances. We don't support them. If they want to die, they kill themselves there. If they have issues, we don't get ourselves involved. And they'll come back to the diaspora. But I think before the previous administrations, which was the APC, they had the provisions that they were putting in place for people in the diaspora because it's costing us even money traveling there for all their elections, their campaigns and stuff, for us to be able to vote in the countries that we are in. So what are they going to do with that as well? They're going to cancel all of that, right? So we become not Sierra Leoneans anymore. Because one thing they are failing to understand is, even when you had a British passport, for mine, there's a bit that calls Bonubu. It doesn't say London, no. It says Bonubu. Where is Bonubu? Is in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So no matter what we do, we have that thing that tells us we are from Sierra Leone.
That's where
and some of us educate our children, even though they will tell you, oh, Mom, I'm British. I'm like, hell no, you ain't British, you're African. And there's also a bill that was passing here in the UK saying, so even a child that was born here, if they do bad, they can send them back to their mother and fatherland. So tell me, what happened to those children? You tell them they are JC, but the country where they were given back to, they are not from there. So what do you want them to do? So these people with the diaspora issue, they need to really, really sit and put themselves in our position. One thing I always say to people, if the food you are serving to somebody, you cannot eat it if you are sitting at that right seat where they are, don't serve it. Because tomorrow the table will turn. What would you do? What would you want people to do for you?
Yeah.
And these MPs and people that are lawmakers, we should be thinking of making the right law, not a bad law. We should support good things, not evil things. Because for now, it's the diaspora. What happened tomorrow if it's for the people that are in Sierra Leone? We just ignore you?
So
that's one of the things.
The new currency, you don't see them? They don't begin circulator now?
No, it's not in circulation. If you have the privilege, you have the opportunity to be in central bank and you know big people, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can do whatever it is. But I'm telling you, like, they themselves, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. Why this?
You don't smell anything on this currency when they come, you don't smell anything for say the one all women to themselves before the elections. You know, go see the money for the opposition and for them for campaign and which is for the price of fuel where they go up so.
Well, with them holding those money, I don't think they'll be able to do that. Because these elections or these by-elections that have gone past will just give you a very clear message that you will not do it. Because the people are tired with their attitude, their behaviors, and everything that they are doing. The fuel prices, some of us have been saying it will go up to 25. That's the plan. We know how much they says the government receive, or should I say Mother Bio get out of each pint of fuel that is sold. So what would the business people have? And they were doing this every time there's issue that has to do with elections. That's when all these madness will be popping up. I don't know if you people have literally looked at the sequence of issues that are happening in Sierra Leone. When there are by-elections, that's when you have some kind of fuel crisis.
Yeah.
Because people that were traveling, they were stopped. They will search your car. For what? We had our former, the young people's president. Mahmoud was going, yes. So tell me, you think he's going to go to the north to kill people there? Are you okay? Are you okay? Why did they not have all this sort of police and military presence in the South? We didn't see it there. Everything happens in the North. Why? Why would somebody go and kill themselves? So for me, I'm thinking like they're just creating a hype for unnecessary reasons. But if they think by them releasing the money, we have our own already. So let them just say it's available. We'll start using it even before they will see it. That's the promise that we'll tell them. So there's nothing they can do that they think they will find ways how to manipulate the people or the finance or anything. They've taken 68 billion to bribe. We are not taking it, so we have it our own. We will use it to make sure that the election, they will not rig it for us.
Indeed.
They will not.
Well, the time now just 28 minutes past 7 o'clock na Freetown. And this na the APC online TV platform. Me na Comrade Wan Kasu, Adina with Sweet Bonita, alongside the great Supermed from the Then and Now platform. And this na the mouthpiece of the APC na the Diaspora. The topic we'll deal with today na one we get for do with the manipulation of the SLPP government, parliament. And we don't discuss lengthily about the Tusim issue. We Supermed na the chairman for the Tusim organization na the Diaspora. And of course, we don't talk about this proportional representation. We still the debate na parliament and which kind of action we parliamentarians therefore take. We're not quite sure yet how the voting therefore take place. We're not quite sure yet. But this is a topic we will discuss now. So for the viewers that we just come in, and we honorable member of the opposition, the leader of the opposition, Honorable Cheri Koko, Chegno Ramadan Majuba, be asked to we can get a soft copy of them bills there, make them put them out to the general public, make themselves digest them, understand them, make themselves put their own 2 cents inside this debate, because this is very, very important and it has to do with the public. It got to do with elections and all of that. So we can discuss them. But before we go into them back, I just want to share we monologue show where they happen every week from we Comrade ABS. Oh my days, I don't know if this will come up again. For some reason, I'm struggling to share things them today. But ABS, that we Comrade, we do the everyday politics on this platform every week, sometimes on Friday, sometimes on Thursday, depending. But it's now a monologue show where they come to now every week for discuss important topic that will happen in Sierra Leone. Hopefully, this platform will continue for debate this topic here. So with me, this proportional representation and this Tusim issue. So with me, Supermed and Sweet Bonita. So Sweet Bonita, once again, maybe you want to say something quickly on this topic here so to deal with. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, regarding that proportional, I want people, if the MP thinks they will be doing anything in their favor, it's not going to work. It will come back to the diaspora. Because I want them to also remember, let's say 75% of the people there will be from the diaspora. And if I have to select my people, I ain't selecting anybody from one bush. I'll select everybody that came from a city. And then none of you will have a position. And then you said the diaspora has taken over. So they should think twice. It's money that we are playing with. And we're all Sierra Leoneans.
And recently, I see, of course, the APC, of course, always, the 21-man committee, then come to the diaspora and appeal for fundings. Because, when we come to the money, we are always ready to support this party. And they got to realize to say, if we decide one day for say we stop really support the party because of what they do to we right now. Because not only the fact that they debunk these bills, this Tusim business, they're so very arrogant about it as well. If you listen to the guy and the manner in which the guy they talk, it's so arrogantly they present himself like for say, we are them people and they, we are better than them or something like that. Go commander, say, which is that you are for canting, power now. So you know that kind of attitude now we get now. So now
But let's see, Comrade Wankasu, has that man ever even left Lunge Airport to go to Guinea? Because such a person behaving like that, it looks like he has never left his little home to see civilization.
Superman, I don't know how you feel about this guy in presentation, the way this guy for putting himself.
Because one of these proportional things they are saying, we are asking of democracy. So you don't allow people to vote, you just select. Who will select who?
Yeah, they disenfranchise a lot of
And
people.
I don't want people to take this diaspora thing just APC. This is Sierra Leoneans.
Yeah.
This is affecting every political party, every citizen that is outside of Sierra Leone that has acquired a passport of or any other nationality. So let people think this is not just, this is beyond politics. This is now human rights. Because let's forget our comrade Supermed is APC. He's a diasporan and he wants to go and do something different. Not everybody that wants to be part of governance are politicians.
Yeah.
Some people are businessmen.
When
So
they
what
want
do
your
you want to
money,
do?
when they want your money, they call upon you. Say, oh, you know, we picking, you know, come, like, you can't spend, come, can't do this, that. They call you stakeholder. They call you not stakeholder. Now, when they want your money. But now when you want to represent now, they begin to call you names. So you're not diaspora, not to you come out. You're not foreigner. But this is very sad. You know?
And again, it's very important for that we highlight the fact that it is not because of some of we don't go vie for position or whatever, we will not be able to get to it because of the two sin. The idea here is we want to make good law and then we law book. We want that we get quality representation. So one maybe say, East, West, North, and South, anybody that represents you in a parliament, it get the wherewithal, it get the tenacity, it get the courage, it get the dedication, it get the selflessness for work for the interest of Sierra Leone. It is not just because say, oh, me want to go make house. No, we want that thing when a good thing happen. Look at what we are getting in our parliament. We got some lackluster representation because people in their way, they just been carried up away. And if we parliamentary function, it doesn't affect democracy greatly because the parliamentarians are all the executive accountable. If they will function well, we're in trouble. With democracy will continue to grow. So not to for say it not affects me, it not affect you, it affects we all. If you're not salary based, if you're not diaspora based, you don't get aspiration for going to politics. But it affects you. The idea for say, now some people they for say, oh, we don't want politics. But we're gonna make it say, oh, it's on there. We're on there, politics. So, me and me politics. So, but look, that me picking school. Mention this for Sidon. Anyway, not complain because I mention not for Sidon at school, not politics. So there is no way we go say you know I'm joined by politics because politics they can join by you. Yeah. You have to make sure say you get people and when they represent you, we go look for the interests of the people of your country. So it is not about say now this person want your interest or not your interest no, not the interest of the country. We can forget that selfless thinking a little bit. We don't say much about it, we're all selfish, but we can forget a little bit selfless thinking for say, okay, what's me get for life for me people? If we not get proper parliament, people when proper people they constitute our parliament say with a disadvantage we say. Look for example now this guy now America, people are not born, but UK, United Kingdom now, people are not born now safe. Then they can't so they can't be citizens, they don't even be member of parliament. What about me and you way before say I know born, I know people who parents who mommy and daddy and born, who campaign and born, who get all my day born, I don't go tell old. Some people then come out because of circumstances. Then take them passport they yasu. They don't can just do it no more because they just gladdy or so on and so forth. It is not that they do them for the interest again of Sierra Leone. Because most of the things that people do like diaspora now, trust me, most Sierra Leoneans, when you meet any side of the world, like the diaspora, then dream today, tomorrow, and for go back in a salon, go establish themselves. That is all.
Yeah. So
why you go out for disenfranchise them when they fight for the country? They fight for you, they don't prove them over and over. Say the people at the diaspora, some people they die for fight for Sierra Leone no more. Now they go make a hypothetical comparison, say, oh, if Sierra Leone fight to UK, let's be honest, how Sierra Leone go fight with UK? Who's can most will get for fight with UK militarily? You know, there's some of those questions, they're completely out of place. Me fight for go fight for Salone, Does that mean so I go fight for Salon will win the war against UK? You know, let's be honest. They're not going to be using funny hypothetical comparison, babe. The reality here is the quality of representation, if there are many to sim business, it improved greatly. We're going to get big competition for them position and we're going to elect member of parliament them. We will get the tenacity for now to government and say government, what you do so what you do is not correct. And we're not going to stand up for them. We cannot stand up for them. Like what they see so today, whether they try for all kind of intimidation after the election, no. People that will stand up boldly say, no, this is unacceptable. We're not going to accept it under no circumstance.
Yeah.
Because we're not meant for sacrifice for the interest of the country. And we believe that plenty of people in back on the salon say can do the same thing. But let it open, let we get a plain open field where we're able to pick among the people them and get the best people them for representation. So again, me they urge people them that the diaspora. If you know about politics, but you want the country move forward. No, say, oh, me no want to be MPO, I don't want to be this, I don't know about politics, I don't put me on it. Then you don't like your country. Because you want to let the country get good representation, people are going to do the job, we get that competency there, we get that integrity for do the job. If you don't get them, how you go say you like your country? You can feel like saying the toilet water inside empty baskets. Anything you put it, all the drain back. So even if you don't get any political aspiration, you know, in the diaspora, say, no, this is not correct, not a good law, this. Don't try to pull them. Legally, this law, we are not a better law. It's not a good for the country. Don't try to make sure so amend them or bring that law where before say, we go good country, plenty opportunity.
Indeed. Sweet Bonita, over to you. The platform commentaries that will go on the last phase of the discussion.
Well, it's just about the sim to sim issue here. Because everybody is saying, well, why are the people going to be so selfish? Like, for example, one of the comments says less than 5% of the diasporas. So they are getting that 95% are not politician and business supported. So it's a bit frustrating. It's a bit frustrating. It's not right. What is happening in Sierra Leone, honestly, Comrade and Kasu, people are saying, oh, we should not be supported when we go to Sierra Leone, but without us, they can't survive. That's the honest truth. And some of us, when we go to Sierra Leone, we don't want to leave. You think if I really hate Sierra Leone, I'll be thinking of staying there even 2 days or wasting my money to go there? No. Supermed has been there. You were there. Was it not for like less than 2 weeks? You went to Sierra Leone and come back. How much did you spend going there whilst you were there within that 2 weeks?
You know?
And people are not really thinking like, oh, when the diaspora comes, there's going to be more better things coming to us. People want to live the life we are having here. If you have a movie you're not exposed, there's no way you can make that possible. So you need to allow people that knows to do it. When this administration was coming, says, oh, they will change everything. So people says, okay, fine, come and do it. What have they brought? Disaster. Because they knew nothing. Allow people that are expert. And this is not just being, for me, that's why I said, this is beyond politics. And it's not just one political party that this is affecting. This is affecting every Sierra Leoneans that are outside the country. And you know, sometimes when people say diaspora, maybe the only things the UK, America, as the administration says before, those are the only diasporas that they recognize. But as long as you are outside Sierra Leone, you are. Because we are seeing people, you stay in Gambia. We see how they treat other nationalities, what you have to do about permit and stuff. We are going back home to build our country. Why would they not allow us? Why would they not allow people? It's selfish.
I've been listening to one of the audios of the African Express, where Chenoba be get an interview. They be outline the government tactics for silence members of the opposition or citizens within the sea as threats. Systematically, from the Tawidan police, this commission of inquiry, for try to target people within no a potential threat. Of course, as we all know, the commission of inquiry, white paper, You know, we ever try for make and clear to we for we will see within the happen there. And then now you begin see people them as then they emerge as popular people within the opposition straight away. Then they nail them with within them don't plan. Then get a list of names of people them already within at the list just in case of them potential people here. So emerge for be very popular or potential threat to them, you know, staying in power. Then they try to put some kind of court case against them. And one of them is Dr. Samora. Secondly, we get Yvonne Akisoya. We get members, prominent members, flag bearer aspirant of APC. And we are coming very close to the convention because the court order don't give a timeline. And we don't so far work very well with the timeline. Then suppose for gazettes, PPRC is supposed for gazettes, the election rulings and which we don't do so far. For Giwi, like I think that 30 days or something like that for make them gazette this thing. So we will look at a potential petition of this gazetted ruling. So basically, when they done, we get to go into we local level elections. The time we get now we earn not too really much, and the flag bearer business to come. And one thing we will talk about in politics, just like our Superman will say, everybody has to have that opportunity. You need to disenfranchise people them because you don't like them or because you think they're a potential threat. But you don't see this regime, they try to push, but make sure them put certain people them out of the race. So how we go able, as you know, we listen up social media, a lot of debates that go on about we party, you know, for able for put yourself na the footing of proper electioneering process for win 2023. So far, we get with members within a list of itself, and we don't see this government systematically. As soon as the commission of the Auditor General's report come out, 4 years on, there are no debates, no Auditor General's report in the Parliament. Then block them. And when they say they're not able to get the woman, Lara Taylor Pierce, into their own camp, for support them, or play the crook game, the corrupt game, then jack the woman out of the place, in deputy, and put them in a court. 30 days, we don't know what in the happen with that court business day. Now the election and the approach. So then systematic patterns here of this government to try to cover the high level corruption where they take money, physical cash in dollars, put on a plane, travel out of the country with them. We already said they don't go buy property them outside Sierra Leone. They go in a different country. They don't fly out of the country past any other governments in the world. But still, they're not going naturally they can report to the people of Sierra Leone. And we don't see the withdrawals of monies from the Bank of Sierra Leone, taxpayers' monies. We don't see how they increase the salaries and allowances of people then, when are top officials then of the government, where they do things them, you know, in support of the government against the constitution and against the people of Sierra Leone. And they raise their ranks them. We don't see when they violate the constitution. People are not eligible for certain positions. Then they force them, you know, them position for letting people and get them position in they just because them people are answerable to them. I remember the last time they say even Suvula was about in the ranks, it was about 25, not even 25 in ranks, but it was taken and, you know, catapulted into being the first man, you know, for represent the police, you know, as Inspector General of Police. So all of them here, so they see the systematic, you know, behavior of this government for go against the constitution, for see what they want to make it happen. But yet, as Sierra Leoneans, even though the by-election, they see an indication that the Sierra Leoneans are changing. But as political party, as a unit, how resilient, how ready are we for we make sure we stop all of this and bring democracy back? We know see democracy and government of the people, for the people, and by the people. But the institutions also, we don't capture, therefore be independent enough for able to do something. And at the moment, the judiciary is under capture, serious capture. You know, we get cases like Dr. Samuel case within our court right now, about 16 witnesses them still in the prosecution. The prosecution, the witnesses don't even land yet. They're not even half yet. And some of them they outside the country, some of them they're able to reach them. But still they can drag this thing. When Adrian Fisher go say enough is enough about this prosecution team or witnesses them, make we move on with this case and finish this case. So I really want to know what we get for do as opposition. I'll go to you first quickly, should Bonita on this.
Well, honestly, Comrade Awan, I think, as you were just saying, we've seen all the transaction withdrawal. When we talk about Dr. Samara's allegedly involving in that Chancellor building in New York, he was nowhere close to the government. He was nowhere close to. He did not receive a single penny.
And there are names already. Some of the names the way they don't begin to call inside these witness cases them. We not only hear them call Dr. Samuel name. They would see them, they call officials of the SLPP, they names them inside it. But I'm not sure what's going to happen.
No, but when they call their names, they bury it. That's why nothing is coming out. Because if it comes out, it makes them look horrible. That's the whole point. It's just that when the Commissioner of Inquiry came, they was like, it's witch hunt. They're like, oh, why is it just witch hunt? Because people that were with them, that were involved, they quickly came around and said, oh no, they are not vindicated. Oh, everything was perfect. Which of course is not true. That was the end of those cases. Yeah. But every other person, as they will keep dragging them back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We saw where they even, I think it was Jeff, they're giving a narration of they're asking you to cook cassava leaf and you're cooking something else because nothing adds up. Yeah. And the man is like, oh, I was outside, they told me. And you were in court saying they told you, you have not even been there. So that just tells you the people are not even ready. They're just there to waste money, waste people's time, and just mess up the whole system. So because it's one of the things that with this administration is one of the saddest things I think our country has ever or will ever undergo. They've done the worst because we are talking about the amount of travel. These people have traveled more than anyone. I think somebody posted on Facebook like, oh, he's praying somebody will travel very soon like Madabe. I said, I travel more than him because I fund my travel. He doesn't fund his travel. Yeah. He has been where 20 years. Hasn't even gone to Paris. Hell no. Maybe from East Street to Peckham. That's it. That's on the bus. The free bus that he will jump. If he sees conductor coming, he jumps out. So now they are seeing money. They just want to misuse it. And then when you compare to also like, for example, the APCs, they are saying, no, they want Diaspora to be 6th region, but you don't want them to be a representative. So why are you giving them a position? Why are you telling them a region if they cannot represent you? What's going on? And we all know see, Supermed, you know, we all know see the voices of the social media, the voices of the bloggers, them, the voices of the musicians, them, the people that we within the media, I should say, the civil society people. Them, we see recently where the government pull about 1 billion and give them. Is that not a form of bribery? Would I ever see that from any government for give sludge or something like that, money, some kind of gift? Because we see that in Ramadan. I think so. We government offer them some kind of a huge amount of money for keep them quiet. And we see how the government, how the president invites sludge, all the journalists, them bring them kind of Radisson Blue on a private meeting with them. We don't just, you know, come to power. Lavish them with all sorts of envelopes them. We don't know which they come with. We see we capture all the musicians them. We carry them, go somewhere in a status, go sit down with them.
lavish them with money, and all the promises they would have been promised, all the artists then they for make them not sing, them promises that they don't know fulfill them. Now make some of them begin come out and begin sing. Now we don't see say LJ don't team up na the neck. They don't team up na the neck. So now what's not the problem now? Then try for muzzle them, try for put them down, try for shut them off. You know, I believe so LJ don't do plenty things them at the country where nobody wants any of them can behave so. And on this occasion, with the rumor say LJ not even grab for knock anybody or for buckle anybody, now in driver, now in do something, you know, but because he be inside the car, you know, the treatment of the LJ now for shut them off, you know, all sorts of things. And lastly, we comrade Mohammed 91 to say make a comment na social media about LJ for say he allegedly say them beat him, then cut him here, then give him some kind of inhumane treatment. If that is so, if that happens to be true, President Bio therefore try to do something about that, about the Sierra Leone police. This was what Mohammed 91 to say, right? Very early in the morning, the man step out of your house for go do in business. You see a truck of police then in the house, and see orders from above. Superman, you know, we want for, first of all, tell plenty thank you. We know say the UK and Ireland. Well, me, if I be the think otherwise, now this time I believe for say the UK and Ireland, their people them. The amount of behind the scene diplomacy will take place from here to Sierra Leone and the international community for the release of Mohammed 91 CC was quite professional, you know. And I mean, for play one of the video there where Mohammed 91 CC call some of the names them, but for certain reasons we decide to keep on for next week, you know. But kudos to the members of the APC UK and Ireland for the role we them play for get Mohammed 91 to say quickly out of that kind of incarceration with Ibidepa. Otherwise, even though you get too long, then for being pulling you back in the head.
It's the skin that would have just removed and just leave the scarf.
Because we know how Mohammed 91 is saying very, you know, vocal on social media. And if you don't tell them the for short them off. And in their wife, when a police officer, they arrest the woman in herself, Kerango, you know, and then they don't suspend her indefinitely for liking the husband and post where he posts. You know, now an incitement which is tantamount and has the propensity causing unrest in the country. These are the words of Lima. Whenever Lima comes, if you see not use the word propensity or tantamount, well, Lima not talk it. Over to you, Superman.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you once more to you, Owen Kasu and Sweet Bonita. And again, as soon as I for round up, I want to say plenty thank you to all the members of the TUSIM organization. Where they work very hard, tirelessly behind the scene for make sure say that amendments of section 761A happen. Then also to all the aspirants we don't contribute one way or the other. Sierra Leoneans, I mean, general, now all the four corners of the world, will they tell and thank you? Will they tell and say, now the term this, for the welcome, join hands together and work hard, make sure say that Lord didn't change. But again, coordinator always here to talk about a lingers to this human rights abuse. It is very important that the police therefore understand, say, them, they make law. Police enforce the law. When they don't make the law, the law they go with. Then they go make their own new law. It is unacceptable. We see the press release on pool when they say this now SOP, standard operating procedure. If a standard operating procedure contravene the 1991 Constitution or the Police Act, that standard operation procedure don't become null and void.
Yeah.
No law, not they supersede with Constitution.
Absolutely. You're right.
So for me, go come up with that excuse, no all what's I know the left for standard. And the police them, when then therefore they enforce the law, they ought to know better. Because then for no say, The law na the law, and therefore carry them according to how the law will be carried out. The law, they're not a law unto their own self. So the treatment, whether they treat Sierra Leoneans, it is absolutely unacceptable. If them feel say, then they do that here because of power from above. Well, many see what happened yesterday when the election take place. The people that speak loud and clear say no amount of intimidation not go stop them from any exercise the right for vote and elect somebody when them feel say go represent their interest. So this is not a loud voice when the people don't send. And the police and get for understand say they themselves as police, they are liable to be prosecuted according to the law of Sierra Leone. So if somebody tell you say what they above you say go do this, you go do them. You are going to be liable. So tell a person can say, hey, but I be telling you go do that. They say not to be tell you. I go to prove us and I tell you. When are you one against that person in the world? So the police and for think wisely. Say, wait, so this law, this thing when tell me say I go do, is it in line with the law? Me as someone for enforce law. If I go do something against the law, who's get example when we go set for the people then what they try for enforce the law? And these things are very important for the police to understand now. Because the constant abuse where we brother and sister they face in the country, it is unacceptable.
Absolutely.
And it has to stop. It has to stop. I believe say the police them, they forget this message loud and clear that say we will not accept them can behave anymore. The police, una not a law to ourselves. Una they under the law, just like we the people they under the police.
And the government
if somebody commit any crime, now allege you know allege say commit a crime day. Then gonna call charge and go court. Now the court therefore go find out whether if he commits a crime and then pass judgment Panam, then pass the punishment where the constitution says for pass Panam. Police don't say you walk that one day. We don't see several of NTR so. The idea that LJ do anything safe. Nobody no get right for go treat them inhumanely. That'll be degrading treatment. And I've said for say, oh, everyone commit suicide. That is laughable to say the least. It is laughable because if man commit suicide, if you call medical expert, if you medical assess the man. Not to you for pass that verdict and say this man commit suicide. Because you know to an mental health expert. I believe say the police get an expert to assess people. So for when they take that way to go first and say standard operation procedure. Well, that day not get no leg. And the excuse not get no leg. And this has to stop. Because we don't see back one day where one lady they say thief phone. Now I ain't take the work PA. Where you know police custody already you. You need police. If they treat you picky so, how you go feel?
Can you imagine?
You know, how you go feel? What you know what I mean and do you? Why you go down to the next person? You were supposed to protect life and property. That is unacceptable.
So what about the actions of these governments now in terms of the strategy then for try for bring everybody to court for stop them from making them able for threatening them then stay in power? Because
well, that one day you're like, why be the guy for say no more?
Political figures them.
Yes, the APC or the main opposition party them. They not for look to somebody get case. Men go ahead, choose a young candidate. When they don't choose a candidate, they say get case, not get case, and their own business. This is our candidate, That is it. You don't compromise it. The ruling party or whatever, let they dictate to you who that will be your candidate. No, you don't choose the candidate when you feel say, now the candidate will fit for represent you, when for go represent you. So if the ruling party say, no, this get case, not get case, and their own business. APC as a party for go ahead, do the convention them, and elect who that feel say for being a flag bearer and case stop. That's the end of it.
Everybody equal opportunity. Everybody
absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the end of it. Then get the laws that are in the constitution. If you don't meet the law that you qualify, That is it. If you not meet law, you not meet law. But if you meet law, you qualify, they make the election, who that win. Let court can't tell who say that person not for standby. Who say that they go come out from?
You know, comrades, these people are just doing law that suit them best. Because when you look at LJ's case, the came and says he said, oh, he was mentally disturbed, right? That's why they did what they did. But we had a foreign guy that has been in jail for over 5-6 years that has a dreadlocks, that they said for some reason his name fall under the presidential pardon and he was released. He's all over the world distributing money like chickens. His hair was never shaved. He was never bitten. And then also we had, Madabio said once that Fatima is mentally disturbed. Have they shaved her hair? Serious. Have they shaved her hair? He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. That she's mentally disturbed because for some reason one or two things have happened to her, so she's not mentally stable. Have they shaved her hair? Have they shaved their hair?
Was not even arrested.
Exactly. So with this treatment that they gave to LJ, it's something that they plan to do to the man. And honestly, when they said they injected him with something, that's for sure. Because they were also denying that they did not inject him, they did not shave him. The shaving, there is no way that they can grow the hair or stick the hair back on his head. So we had to see it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Because
so that's the way they could not lie.
Yeah.
And one of the police officer that came says, it's wrong for us, if we have done it, for us to do it. Had they not sent him to, is it Rotofunk or where?
Yeah.
So that he should not be speaking the truth. And they brought somebody that doesn't know his left from his right to take his position. So if you speak the truth, you have a problem with them. The IG that was below 25% people that they brought to be IG, you can see him how he's damaging Creole and English and the Poland and this and the people. I'm like, how many people are you trying to talk about? Nothing that they can come and show to us as Sierra Leoneans to say they have done this good. Everything they're doing is worse. And I'm happy, grateful that the people of Sierra Leone have decided to come together and speak their mind. The by-election is telling us that Sierra Leone are tired with this administration. Absolutely. They are tired. So Absolutely. That's a very loud message that they are sending out. If they want, let them go and petition. So the international observers that were there were blind. It's there that we're not there can see, right? Because it's not in their favor. Or whoever should have done the manipulation did not do the job well because the people did what was supposed to be done, the truth. Now they are petitioning war. So to be honest, I think we just continue to pray. Anybody that has evil mind for Sierra Leone will not live to see us 2023. Because these people, they need to be taken off. And God will start to arrest them one by one. Trust me.
Fantastic. As you all know, we don't begin a chop into the time of we finish. It has been very, very interesting discussion here on this platform. And of course, I just want to remind you, say the election results will be read inside this week, maybe tomorrow, if they're all already. And then APC will jubilate and celebrate properly. And we get enough things then for discourse. And this topic also done it because they're still debating it. And we very, very interested for see what will be the outcome of this. Because we're not sure even whether there's going to be boundary delimitation at the country. We're not sure whether there's going to be a proportional representation in the voting system at the country. We're not even sure whether our first past the post. We're not even sure whether everybody will get the eligibility for votes because they want to use some kind of a NI number business with NACRA being do a registration for. We don't even know whether the diaspora then could be able to be represented, for be voted for, whether they go come for represented, go get the right for do. We're not even sure what's going to happen. We're not even sure whether all we APC flag bearer aspirants then could be, then go get the opportunity for get for go contests for the flag bearership for the APC. We're not even sure whether Lara Taylor Pierce in case go down for make it continue in work as an Auditor General of Sierra Leone. We don't even know whether in cases then courts right now, somebody with the arrests, within a court, within a police station, within a Pademba Road. We don't even know when they're going to call them cases them, whether the people will get chance for come out, for come votes, for who that they want. You know, a lot of things that don't happen. You know, they don't kill them family members them right now, they sit down, they wait, they don't get justice. You know, they don't take the land and they sit down, they don't get justice. You know, they don't seize them property, then they sit down, they don't get justice. You know, all sorts of things that happen at the country right now. The advantage on Boku, you know, police then they 50 they embarrass, humiliate, you know, check people them up and down the country. They rip and plan bad things them. Can go arm police officers them for, you know, intimidate all over the country. And the guy another plans them back for go to the north during these elections the way they come, for go intimidate, for spoil the voting there at the north, for let them cancel voting there at the north, while they own for the go on peacefully. We they see all this, we don't smell the rank from all the activities there. So even this bill when they put in the parliament, we don't smell the rank from them. So why not just bundle all them bills and they first pack them aside first? You know, we go through the process of the elections come 2023, and then we don't kind of power now. We bring up everything fresh. We put what you go for put in place for the benefit of these people in Sierra Leone. So I just want to give Sweet Bonita a few minutes for just run through the commentaries them, and then we give Superman the last words, and then from there we call it a day.
Well, honestly, regarding the Akram, what we have here, one of the commentaries, like, as I said before, for us that we're privileged to register, we have still not received our card. So how am I going to get my NI when I don't have the card? It's not possible.
Yeah.
And then also here, it's like, again, when this is when Supermed was talking, well, one of the viewers saying, well, she needs to get in contact with him because he want to be part of this too sim because it's affecting her as well.
Absolutely,
So,
absolutely. Superman.
Again, here, it's really rather unfortunate also for the people because here we have they're talking about the issue of this by-elections, like what happened with everything that they've put in place for the election not to go well within the north. It did well. This is why they are bringing all these the
military personnel going in their numbers to intimidate.
Yeah. And then one of the viewers saying, well, let be rest assured that Motherby will go to Pademba in Sierra Leone because his jail time, he will spend it in Sierra Leone. He will not leave Sierra Leone. Absolutely not. And here we also have, again, the same person is Ryan. What will happen? Because at the end of the day, the bill that they are trying to pass, it's not going to allow the APC to do anything different. It's just that will work in their favor. But one thing we should also remind the member of parliament, they were elected by the people. They are there to work for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they're doing that is not going to be in favor of the people, it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
It's wrong.
Yeah.
Because, for example, within the APC, people are saying, no, there should not be selection, it should be election.
Mm-hmm.
And if that block voting goes, then that's selection because you don't know who will turn up. You see somebody that you've never known. And the people should also allow the diasporas to be part of the member of parliament because there will be a great, great, great difference in our politics. And that's going to be a positive one. Because at the end of the day, if we don't allow that, tomorrow we'll say if we had known. It's the same thing people were saying, oh, we need a change. The change that they have received, I think they would have been better to stay with the previous administration. Things would have not been this worst. And I'm appealing to the people of Sierra Leone to kindly continue to work as they've worked within this on Saturday, that was yesterday, that this administration should leave governance come 2023. We know before they were saying, oh, the election will happen 2024. We said, well, that's not what our constitution says. In the end, they've put it. They've moved the election up to June. We have never had an election in June in our country. But just for them to find way manipulations, we're going to have it in June. That's fine. We will still go. And I also want to appeal to the people. September, let's be in Sierra Leone to register.
Sure.
September 4th.
Yeah.
Please. Please.
Yeah.
Because if we can't register, there's no way we're going to vote.
Yeah.
And without us voting, then we had nothing. So please, 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 we should come in, the diasporans.
Yeah.
Please, let's go and register September so that we are able to vote in June. I'm appealing to everyone. That will be my message for the people of Sierra Leone.
Thank you very much. Sweet Bonita, the co-host for the online TV platform, the APC online TV platform, the Diaspora, the mouthpiece of the Diaspora. Now we are coming over to Supermed for giving last few words on this platform. And we hope say Supermed will continue for the journey now. So I know say you get your own platform, but you don't contribute quite a lot now. So you don't highlight a lot of things now. So you don't call on members them for make them join the to team. Of course, you don't begin getting responses them because people want to support this bill for make people able for get the opportunity for go represent them people then now them various homes and outside and come out. Over to you, Supermed.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, coordinator. And I mean, moderator for tonight. And you both the host them, you and Sweet Bonita. I think so. They do a wonderful job. This the APC UK and I online TV, the mouthpiece of the diaspora. Now a wonderful platform where they sensitize. And it's not only about APC, they talk about issues them, where also they benefit Sierra Leoneans them. Even people like say, oh, no one politics, but all money benefits. So they do a wonderful job. Let God bless you now for that. I want to say to the viewers, I'm going to thank you plenty. When I get interest for joining to SIM organization, always contact Owen Kosu, then Ingo refer to we as well. And that will continue the struggle. And it's not going to be easy. This war, you know, will get anything easy. But we just got to work very hard for them. We will not give up our country. There are people who are using country for their own interests. We will not allow them. We will not work very hard, seriously, put hands together, make sure say that country will be greater. And again, I'm Sweet Bonita Church Farm again, registration. I don't see what happened yesterday. When we the people they go, we get power. So when they say September for register, we patient all kind we don't register. Because what you do, June next year, now I get forget the final word. And what you say, now go happen. Not the president get the country, now we the people, the president they work for we. So come June next year, me and you, we all go choose who that we want, make them govern in that country. And we don't see over the years, we don't see plenty example. Nobody not go tell me and you again. We always see what's happen. We all don't know now. We all they don't sensitize with quite a lot. So do you always say September? And like you never any kind of work on a farm, stop and go register. Because trust me, that your registration, that one vote day, now can make all the difference. And that is important, ladies and gentlemen. So if I reach now again, I want John Manduya, when I join now, we continue this first year for make sure say these two sim business they amend them so that people can get better choices, we'll get better MP them, we'll get that country up. Because waiting the happen, so then police brutality, so on and so forth. Trust me, if not, then police they allow invites maybe the IG or the AIG, the men in Canada Parliament, men can explain to we waiting they happen. Because our people are maltreated so. And we go to a later. And then people are accountable to the law. So if we reach now, I want to all thank you again once more. May God bless you all. May God bless this platform. And may God bless you, beloved country, Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
Well, like you can see, all good things must come to an end, and we are at the end of this very important topic and this discussion. So today, I want to make unreserved apologies on behalf of Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali for not being able to join us here in this platform on this very important topic. But hopefully, we will try to get them another day, because we see make attempt for coming, but unfortunately, not be able to continue for login. So we want to say apologies to them, and not forgetting that we lady, we national figure, we Kande Kole Yum Kela, and lost in wife, in beloved wife, and possibly very, very close to them. So this platform, they stand in solidarity with them and the NGC party on behalf of the APC UK and Ireland, from the chairman, Mustafa Ahmed Kurma, the entire membership, of the UK and I, and this platform going to the family of this, wonderful woman who don't die, you see. So also to the viewers, them, we want for continue for appreciate una for the wonderful comments that una they make inside this platform. Without una, we never get a show. And we want for also encourage una for make una go on Facebook, una go to the APC UK and Ireland page, una follow this platform. For anytime we can live, at least una go get the notification straight away. Then una go for watch we live. Because we just share the links, sometimes some people are able to go through and get in, but some people are not able to get in. So please, with the appeal to una, make una all try to make sure say una log in properly for logo get chance for be part of this discussion, because it has to do with Sierra Leone, and we really want to make una be part of the discussion. Very soon we come into Restream, where we're going to get chance for make phone calls and be part of this discussion. So once again, I want to say plenty thank you to Supermed for the time we take for joining me, and we hope say we will continue for joining me inside this platform anytime we will call on now. I want to thank you for your support we don't give all these years to this platform here, so as an APC person. So with me today, the time now 19 minutes past 8 o'clock in Freetown, and that's 19 past 9 o'clock in the UK, London. And next week, same time, we start 6 o'clock Salon time, 7 o'clock UK time, with very, very important topic then we discuss on this platform. So for the time being, once again, all good things must come to an end. Do all the good you can to all the people who can, for as long as you can, and keep it locked inside the APC UK and Ireland platform. Do up this now. I don't cut. I don't cut. I don't cut. I don't cut.